Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Spartans will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Michigan's offense will get the first swing of the game. When the Spartans and Wolverines tangled last year, Michigan came out on top by a touchdown, 24-17. Neither team really had vintage seasons, but for the Wolverines, beating both of their rivals had to alleviate some of the disappointment.
It certainly did. I think anytime they're playing a rivalry game, it really comes down to the mistakes and not turning the football over. That was the difference in the game last year. Sparty turned it over once. Michigan did not. Colson Loveland had a big game at tight end for the Wolverines. I think in this game, David, who takes care of the football the best? I think that determines who wins.
Yeah, and Michigan State had almost 100 yards more of offense, so they moved the football. But you're right. It's those critical mistakes. And Michigan last year, very successful against their rivals. Can they continue that trend?
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Pocket breaking down. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. The fair catch called for and made. So Michigan State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Finds the tight end. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
The Spartans will call on their punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Time to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Gives it on the option. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies about that.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking at us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Back to pass, it's Underwood. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Bullard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Childs. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
They didn't have to blitz. They run the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And the Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The give on the counter. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Simpson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his big tight end. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're gonna get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Give to the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He leaves it with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The Spartans are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wants to throw. It's Child. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Klein. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throwing right. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Here's the pressure. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. His drive will open from the 15. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Childs. Grab near the marker. It's Kelly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The quick out.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Spartans send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Haynes. Turns it on in midfield. It's a seam wide open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 3rd down following the sack by the D. They'll move the tight end. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Simpson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Makes the catch. It's Simpson. And he's knocked down. When When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curler.
The short hands, it's Simpson. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Look out, he's got room.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Back to throw, it's Childs. Gets it out quickly. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
And the Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to set the tone with the run. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man out of the backfield. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The kick is on its way. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his man. It's Klein. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's McCulley.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Underwood. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Catches it at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Leaves it with the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
The Spartans will punt this one away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. Gets away from one. He's got space. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
On the ground, it's Haynes. Nice move to pick up yardage. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. They've got the screen set up. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Fires left. It's caught. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking downfield, it's Childs. Pulls it in, it's Kelly. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give on the option. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. In the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. To the air, it's Underwood. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Just steamrolling the defense. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Takes the easy one to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This offense has been suffocated by a sea of maize and blue, reminiscent of what the national champion Wolverine D did in '97, holding their opponents to single digits.
And it's at every level. I mean, just a great job being physical up front, locking down in the secondary. Michigan defenses are always on.
Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got the quick pass. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Looking for a man. It's Childs. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the 4th quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much in the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting. Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play there.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show them what's inside your chest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. His drive will open from the 15. They'll try the run. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Running back searching for a hole. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Childs. Hauls it in. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these.
He wants to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here's the handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To the air, it's Childs. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Breaks the tackle. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Snagged in the middle, it's McCulley. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Off the play fake on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in down the sideline. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. They put the O into offense as in 0 yards, and finally they get a big play to give them a little momentum.
Finally, some good luck on offense. I mean, they've been closer throughout this game. They've taken some shots. They've tried to be aggressive. They just haven't been able to come up with the big play. This game's not over yet, especially after that one.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Belling. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.